There's a few things I want to say before I get started. Well, then I'd be started, and I wouldn't have to say them. So don't say them and get started. Before you get started, just do it. All right, I'll do it. Oh, don't worry, I'm not trying to be funny. I know I could be funny if I was funny. And I'm supposed to be Mr. Tapfans, and he finds all these crazy things, right? Or is he supposed to just be funny and stupid? Finding nothing is what you find, not what I find. So this is what I want to tell you about the standard death in this world. Okay, one of the ways to do it is this way. First, last, second, MD, third, RD, fourth, TH, fifth, ETH, extraterrestrial heaven. Why? Because it's in the center. What you get from ST is the S is the 19th letter, 1. T is the 20th letter, you get AB. You also get C and I. The reason why you get C and I is because the totality of these two letters, 19 and 20th letter, equals 39. Third letter and ninth letter says CI. ND is the fifth letter, which is E, and the fourth letter, which is D. And then over here you finish with a 9. So actually what you're finishing with is E, I, E, I, and basically OID. But if you take a look at it, okay, you take a look at it, it says dice, which means the cube, which means the face of 21. And how about de-ice and melt? It's the starting with life. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and to continue on says standard, and then you would have decontinuation of ET, standard death into the world, de-ice to commence. The other thing I was going to mention, if I can back up one space or go forward one space, or find it on the book on the other table maybe. Now I can't find it at all. So much for myself. I will show you one thing I just found. X and O are actually one number because the O in 10, okay, creates the O in the alphabet, which creates the 15. The X is the value of the 10 Roman numerals. 10 plus the 15 is 25 minus 1. You have to minus the 1. The level you go up, you don't go anywhere. You're whole. 10 is whole. That's why in Baccarat, 9 is the best you can get because 9 is the birth in Baccarat. 8 is the place you rest, one before birth. Without the birth, you can't come into 8. But if you're already in 8, that's the highest you can get. That's why 7 and 6 for the spirit of man and odd and even. And when you're playing Baccarat, no cards, only for the, I think it was the house gets a card if you get a 7, you get a 6, and they get a 6 and they get the 4, or is it with the 5? Because the 5 is dead center. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Now the 5 gets an 8. 8 and 5 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. It goes backwards. Depending on what the player gets, the house doesn't get another card. Now I know I didn't say it exactly the way it should be. I want to put something down on this paper. I'm not sure how far out or how far back I would have to go. Just give me a second. Okay, here it is. On your telephone keypad of 9 faces, the S is in the first position. S19, 1 plus 9, is automatically goes into the center. The O is the shape of the center, although it fits to the right and would say gold. Okay? At the same time, the T is in the 2 position, the R is in the 9 position. You spell it as S-O-T-O, S-O-E-T-O-R-O, Satoro. Toro, Satoro, one of the ways you're boxed in right down to the center of your heart. Every square goes a different way. We're boxed in and our veins, this is basically who we are, the edge of every piece of our body connected to the entire world. And if you notice over here, it's coming up. You can't go below the ground. The energy's below the ground. You can't fly into the sky. Although I did see a guy who ran his car up some kind of pole, and he was pretty much going up. Okay, so now that we said that, the other word that comes up from Sotero is the steer, or the bull's horn. I don't want to mention Barry, BA 21 21997, 99 7 by 99. equals 693. 93 is Herbert Hoover, and I can go on to a bunch of things that won't make any sense to anybody unless, where do I want to go next? I don't know, I can just show you a picture of one triangle, two triangle, and then the pentagram, well, the Pontiac sign going all the way up, reaching out, coming in, because you're not lying on the floor. I mean, the middle of your legs is not on the floor, is it? Two Y's come together, and in the craps, they say, yo, bro, come on in. You shoot 11, yo. 25 and 25 is 50, plus 15 is 65. 6 and 5 is 11. Says yo in craps, that's the payout. Why, oh why? Because the Y and the Y creates the O in between. Here, the K letter. Can you see what the K letter does? It's part of your pointing arrow. It encrypts the corner from which it plays. With the K, if you had the 9, you would have K9. And at the top, you got a point. And you got a point to O. You got a point, a place to go. That's all I see. I can't see it any other way. I don't know it any other ways. What else is there? Reasons and facts of how wiring would connect this side and this side into here, this side and this side into here. And then this one would go up to there, and this one would go down to there, and we'd have the two sides connected. Now that's what you would see. You see it's not here? This is a continuation. This part stops. That's why the E has a shorter dot in the center. I'm not sure exactly the way it goes. Maybe on the corner. I don't know. I come here. I try to make sense. I try to add to thoughts. Okay, so where are we going next? I really like this one. I like this one. Love. L3, 06, D4, E5. 3 and 6 is 9, 3 and 6 is 9, 9 and 9 is 18. 1 and 8. 3 and 4 is 7, 5 and 6 is 11. 3 and 4 is 7, 5 and 6 is 11. Yo comes 7, 11 and craps, and you get the payout. Although it's even money, you get to play behind the line, and you don't want to shoot a 7 after the point is made. But you see, you got 7, 11 right over here, how love comes to be so good. Then you have 6 and 4 is 10, which is J, and 3 and 5, which makes the 8, which is GH, which I hate to say it's the Jewish heaven, but something so strong about the letters. Forget about the sound or whatever you read. It's in the letters and the numbers, okay? Whatever comes to be at the end, it is, because everything has something special about it. So we're going to hold up this page one more time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the second way of love. L5. Why? Because on your telephone, the L is on the 5. Well, don't yell. It's L. She's on the 5. She's good looking, and she's on the 5. O is on the 6. D is on the 8. E is on the 3. 11, 11, 22. 9 and 9, 8 and 8. And 9 and 9, 11 and 11. 9, 11, both loves say the same thing. 5 and 8 is 13. 6 and 3 is 9. 13 is M. 9 is I. It's me. I do not know how it works in Spanish, but it's me. But we're going to go together as 6 and 8 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 3 is 8. It's 58. And that's why the Pope had to come down right now. That's why they had to mix up Lost in Translations for Matrix so you can speed going down Highway 35, I guess, at 85 miles an hour, while somebody up in Dakota is running off the road at 85 miles an hour. Doesn't anybody understand? Half the people on these roads don't know how to drive. It's not the speed limit, okay, that kills. It's not really the speed limit that kills at the end. It's the intelligence of the driver that has more of his safety, and we don't have the intelligence of the driver. I'm sorry to bring this out. I talk about whatever comes to mind. My own business. So now you have 11, 11. 11 times 11 equals 121. 60 and 21 seconds. 60 seconds, 1 minute, and 21 seconds, 121. 60 and 21. 21 is the face of the cube, of the 4 cube. 4 cubes, because 60 represents 4. You take 21, times the 4th cube is 84, which is 7 times 12, which is 112 above 60, which is the 62nd clock, running into 72 times 5 degrees around the world, making 360 in one day. It's not supposed to be that way. You just, one day I will sit down and try and pick it apart, but no matter what I come up with, only you can decide whether or not you want to believe that's possible. So we have 60 and 21, which is 81. 9 times 9 makes the 81, just like the 9 by 9 here, the 11 makes the 121. So now if we take the 22 and the 18, we get a total of 40, and that's gain. We have gain. This one is 4, this one is 9. 4 and 9 says 8. 4 and 9 says green 8. And 49 and 49 is 98. And 98 is brought on by 49 and 49, and 99 and 99 is 198. So it's the max of each, bringing it to the max of each in each category at the hundreds and the tens. And the tens. There's another thing you have to remember. When you go to 20, the T and Y, okay, it's the 0 letter it falls on. 20 counts for all the numbers from 1 to 9. Because it says 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, 8, 9 equals 45, TY equals 45. Then what are we going to have next? The binary code of the matrix. What is it? Let's say if you listen to the words I spoke and however they came out, it's a vibration. It's all in a vibration. If you can connect each part of the vibration, you will tear yourself apart. You will know that there is really a matrix, and when it, you will actually filtrate yourself and disappear into the system. Follow me? You're gone. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 4th. And then there's a little bit I'm working on over here. This is pi, 3.14159265. In the easy standard, I'm using the basic letters of gematria. 1 is AJS, but the J is black. The second A is 28, and they would call that the 28th letter. If you want to just think about it, would be number 2. But if you actually go in the Rubik's Cube to the 28th letter, it comes on the second block. It will be A. But if you go to the 28th letter and you go from A all the way to Z, and then you go A, B, then it would be B again. Unless you're using Rubik's Cube, in which there's 20, it's a 20, there's a 6-part 9-dot face equaling to 54. If you follow that, it wouldn't matter, because you're still after the number. So the basic way to do it is like this. Rubik's Cube has 26 plus the center dot counts for 6, bringing it to 33. So where does your numbers fit in? A, B, C. If you want to count sometimes Y, we can go sometimes Y. But if we use Rubik's Cube as 26 plus the center is just a 1 space, it would be 27, and A would come next, or 1, depending on which way you want to go. Okay, so now, things just come together. Even in the game of pool, the 7 balls are representation in a straight ball is the 15th ball. 1 and 5 is 6, making it the spirit of 76, bringing it together. Right over here. 22, bust, just like we had 22 on the other page we were doing. 5 and 13 ball is the orange ball. 5 is a representation of 42, 13 is a representation of 99. 13, lucky 13, 99. Did you know the number count for Jupiter is 99? Give me anything you want. 55 and 44, Barack Obama, the space and the liberty. 5 by 5, 5 plus 5 equals 35, which ends up to be 23, and it ends up to be 11. You have been created. That's right. 55, which is center of all, can create 35. 3 plus 5, 3 times 5 is 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 11. Or 5 and 6, communication of the white wolf. The white wolf could be because you're white until you decide, till you get that, oh yeah, that's right. But when you're all stuck, you're turning white like a wolf. Scared of something. So when we go in here, the orange okay, comes with these two balls. One is straight, one is solid. So we have to add the number count to this one and then to this one, or switch them. Put the value of the stripe on the solid and the value of the solid on the stripe. That way, it's like putting one on top of the other, but because it's a ball, we don't look at it that way, so we don't do it. Oh, I should have done it that way. Want to hear a funny story? It ain't so funny. Actually, it's a pretty dumb story. Went over to a friend's house to fix something for her, and I didn't get it done. I couldn't get the job done. I forgot, so stupid, I had the screwdriver right in my car in the middle of the two sides because I got a sunbird. Soon it's old enough, it's learning to fly already. Okay, so I got a silver sunbird, so if it's flying with the matrix. No wonder silver's not taking off in price. Money. Don't you know what money is? So anyways, yes, we were on that. The other thing we want to look about orange, it's a golden angel. Orange. Orange is angel. It's also an angle. So when you count, do the number count, 99 and 41, just for the numbers, it's 1 for 1 in exchange. Because 5 and 4, 1 plus 3 is 4, equals to the 9 of the birth. And then 5 works with 9 as E and I in the two worlds. 13 plus 2 is the 15 egg. E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a pig. In my last video. The other thing, I just saw this new amazing thing online. It was a triangle and a square inside of a circle. And I just threw a lot of numbers together, but I don't have anything that's concrete. What? What? Oh no, I don't want to put my feet in concrete. No, I like to move my toes. I can sink you to the bottom of the ocean, or you'll just take the ocean and move it away. That's what they said. They sewed in the beaches. They moved the oceans to the side, and they're just holding on to them. And last night, when the big moon was out, they threw all this rain on me because I was ready to take my silver Pontiac Sunfire, and I was ready to fly to the moon last night. Hold on a second. What do you mean I'm a silly rabbit? Because the pot won't fly me to the moon? Oh no, this is for my imagination. I can go there all the time if I want, but I like going there on some weeds. Yeah, weeds like Johnny Appleseed. He got a big apple tree, and then there was another guy, Johnny and the Beanstalk, or was that Jack? Jack, Johnny, come out of the box, I don't know. Who's got my socks? Mother in the shoe, Mother Goose. You know she had no food there because her feet stank before she ever dug a little bit deeper into her shoe so she can hide in there. Oh, her little children. Where were her children? Remember the Bears? Okay, let's not talk about Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan right now. Number 23. Number 23, or 10 and 13. As MJ, Michael Jordan made his own numbers through his initials. MJ makes 23. The W is the creation in the act that he flew through the sky. You want to know why I smoke weed? Really and truthfully? I have to want to, you all want to go to a different level. We all want to feel a little different. We all want to get some kind of how can you call it? Not a high, but you want to get a lift. Like people who gamble or smoke, they get, I got my breath. Well, it's the same thing. Okay, you don't want to read that? What else are we going to get? The letters also, U, V, and W, 21, 22, 23. In French, they say double B. In English, they say W. It's funny the way the three go together and talk about the 6 and 6 islands. 6 and 6 because the U island that comes to the I of the O, okay, upon the birth into the H, A-C-H-E, which is a HAB, because it's part of the angel creation in the beta system, okay? But we get to live, okay, as beta communicators running on a diskette. Why are we betas? Because don't you see, We got all these bumps and humps all over. We got to fill into a bag. We're living inside a bag. It's all the equipment together that makes us compiled actually into the AC-DC communication back with the moon. Now, I'm not making this all up. I'm just saying it really quick from what I remember. So if you're asking me why I say it, it's because this is what I see at the moment. I see. Wait a second. I see why. That'd be icy. IC could be IC2 and IC2. No, I don't see 2. Shut up. You've gone far enough into the video. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I did this once in roulette. They call it the third cylinder. When you add them all up in the third cylinder, you get numbers totaling 88, 111, top of the Twin Towers, and September 11, the bottom of the Twin Towers, all in these numbers. This was the pull of the 2 cylinders. Now what happens, how this cylinder is shaped, is it's from here to here, and then from here, and then here. It's 5775, and this is the last 2 parts. It's almost like they're coming from both sides now. They're in the center, coming from both sides and the center, trying to blind us, coming to the end of time, of a specific time period. Sorry, not the end of time. Anyways, there was so much that I did not write, but I'm going to end it for now. Raphael, oh, you did want to see the B letter, right? That's a B, on that side it's the E. Or you can take that out, it's a C. Or you can have it as 2 A's next to each other. That's the difference. You can also look at it as 2 I's. Well, not I's with a dot. But mind you, the I with a dot is a line with a dot. It's like an I. It's a burrito. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. If you want to know about George, Walmart is selling all kinds of stuff about George. The Bruins and the Stones and their Georgia Stones and the Guide Stones. You just make, if you want to know what it's about, just take the places that are integrated, count how many stones that are flat, count how many are up, and then go, okay, 2 stones, 1 stone, 3 stones, and just connect the stones in numbers, and after that's done, just send it to me and I'll see what I can make out of it. Obviously, it's going to spell something, I mean, that's for sure, because everything spells something, or its initials for something. Anyways, is that it? I really don't want that to be it. I feel like there's something missing. I'm a little bit lazy lately. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, because I'm just lazy. I'm not putting my foot forward. I haven't painted very much. But that's okay. I don't have to tell anybody anything. But if I don't tell the star up in the sky, then I'll never remember. So also you know that I haven't painted much. Big deal. Big deal. What am I? I ain't hiding anything. So the last thing we need to do is hide. What am I hiding for? I don't want to play hide and go seek. I got stuff to do. Take care. Raphael 7286. 72, Mission Impossible of 86. Mission Possible of 86. Mission 72. Thank you.